There she is. She's recording. There she goes.
Girl.
Man, it is cold down here.
Yeah.
I don't know how cold it was, but it was cold.
Yeah, because it's 16 degrees here, and that's like 3 degrees warmer than it was earlier.
So you must be feeling really well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wearing shorts right now.
Yeah.
Wearing your Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, chilling.
Your thong. You ready to go get...
Thong. Sorry.
ready to go lay beside the pool.
Yeah, I'm over this. I'm over winter.
Yeah, winter's cold.
It's done nothing but snow off and on since December, and I don't care that it's winter. That's too much. It's too much.
So we should probably tell people that we're back.
Hey, if they haven't figured it out,
we're back.
Hi. Hello.
Hazel.
I hear.
Okay.
I see her.
Okay, go away. Yeah, you guys got to go. Go. Hurry. Get out.
Yep. Percy's going to love editing this.
Yeah, well, anything for her. My favorite little artist.
We are starting off with our good buddy Round Rock Ric.
Yes.
And it will be probably a shorter interview than we've done because we only have one song, but we'll annoy him. As we should.
It's really hard to annoy Rick.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I used to work for him, and I would tell him things that he didn't like to hear when I worked for him. So,
why are you holding one arm up in the air?
I didn't realize I was doing it until you mentioned it. It just feels kind of natural. Does it not look natural?
No.
Ooh, call on me. All right, dude. So, how was your tour up north? Because you played a bunch of shows up north. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of an unexpected tour. For one thing, I got up there and just kind of put some lines out. And one of the first people I hooked up with, a guy by the name of Jeremy up there, he hooked me up with like 4 different bars across kind of your central and northern Michigan area there. So that was kind of a nice, little vacation / mini tour across the midsection of Michigan.
How many places did you play?
I think it was 4 different places. 3 of them liked me. 1 of them liked me real well. One of them, they asked me to play for a 3-hour show, and then they called me up and wanted me to extend it to 5 hours for the day. So I did, and that's kind of a stretch for me. And then at the end, they kind of complained that I didn't have much of a voice left at the end of the night. I'm like, what did you really expect? But beyond the high expectations at the Long Lake Bar and Grill there, everything else went well, especially White's Beach and Standish. So it's on Lake Huron, basically, Saginaw Bay there. And just a really kind of totally out of the way. I mean, that's the only thing in that whole neighborhood is that, and a bunch of vacation homes and a few residential areas and a casino, pretty much the entire community. So nice little, a cool little spot for me.
Did anyone throw any bras or panties at you?
Oh, my God.
No, they did have. I was there on Kentucky Derby Day playing, and there was a contingent, you might say, of ladies of a certain age that were overdressed, and especially their hats, and overserved as far as their drinks. And they made it a very eventful evening.
Well, that's nice. That is nice. So tell me, did you play anywhere on your way back to Texas?
No, not other than, motel parking lots or whatever on the way down and, back, whatever, tuning up in the hotel room, but nothing out in public. Did go down through the Mississippi Delta and see all that history, and stayed over in Vicksburg and got to see, history there with all the monuments and just that whole area and what it's all about there.
That's where your sister lives, right?
No, North Carolina.
Was she affected by any of the flooding?
No, thankfully they're in Fayetteville, just out by Fayetteville. But I mean, especially a place like Asheville, just like a hurricane to ever have a chance to impact that place, but did. Yeah,
we've interviewed quite a few artists from there, and it's just sad.
And hopefully they'll be able to rebuild and pull it back. You got a lot of old buildings there with good bones, just need to be rehabbed.
So outside of the tour and then coming back to Texas, what have you been doing? What was the first thing you did when you got back to Texas?
Well, big thing right now for me is I want to get out more songs this year. So I really only had one release last year, 2024, Medication. Yeah, the year before that, I only had one last year, which was and ended up being, the latest one, Worry About Me. So this year I wanted to get out in front of it and get more stuff out there. So
how many releases are we talking about?
For me, a lot would be 5. If I could do 5, I pretty much know. I'd like one of them to be a surprise, but if I could get 5 out this year total, that would be awesome.
I was going to say, are you going to do any Sonic Landscape releases this year?
I don't know. I kind of put a pause on those a little bit, just kind of concentrating on getting the tunes I have under my belt, try to get those out into the world. But those kind of come up kind of unexpectedly sometimes, so you never know. All starts with hearing one sound, like a raindrop on a bucket or somebody walking across a wood floor, and then next thing you know, I kind of want to build on it.
You should come to my apartment. There's always somebody walking across the floor upstairs.
All right. Do they have rhythm?
You know what? They have a schedule. I am on their schedule now.
That's not the same as a rhythm.
It's a type of rhythm.
Longer loop.
Right. What other 2025 plans do you have?
Well, it's going to be another trip back to Michigan, probably in June. So I hope to play some of those same venues, try to get out to some new ones there as well, travel a little bit, maybe down by the old Detroit area down there. But more short term coming up, of course, is South by Sam Bass, the number 4. So that's my little take on not South by Southwest, but South by Sam Bass, which is a kind of a play on the neighborhood here that I live in.
Yes.
And that's going to be the 4th annual spring event benefiting Meals on Wheels of Central Texas. And so last year we raised over $1,000. It's been, I think, total over $5,000 to $6,000 in all the events. We used to have some in the fall as well, as you well know.
The Ricktoberfest, yes.
Ricktoberfest. That's kind of gone by the wayside. We put all the effort into South by Sam Bass now. So got a good lineup of bands. We got the crawfish lined up. We have beer donated from local brewery, Third Level. They're going to donate that keg for us. And
that's cool.
Yeah, they did last year as well. So yeah, a lot of different moonwalk for the kids, face painting, just something for the whole family.
Porta potties.
There are porta potties, so people don't have to. Only the VIP can use the house. So I keep everyone else there out in the porta pot. Or there's also the train tracks. You're welcome to go back there as well.
Brent, are you going to play at that one again?
I don't know. Rick, am I going to play at that one again?
Yeah, I hope so. I know we won't have our drummer there to have a full band of Uncle Brent and the No Stone in full effect, but hopefully we'll have some effect one way or the other. So
why no drummer, Brent?
He was being Florida.
He's on vacation, the rat bastard.
How dare he live his life?
Right.
I know. Such a selfish son of a bitch.
Taking time out. How dare you?
I think there's family involved too, so you're supporting family. I mean, that's just there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be good. We got the Never Enders coming back, and this may be breaking news to you, Brent, but the Never Enders have a new guitar player in their band by the name of Joe Pratt.
Really?
So, yeah, he's stepping into the shoes there in the Never Enders, and they're going to be playing live here at South by Sam Bass, and as well as a new band for us, Classic Rock ATX, so an all classic rock, kind of like our second set, Brent. They overlap a lot of those songs as well, from Creedence on down to Greg Kihn and all through the whole history, Leonard Skinner, et cetera, et cetera. And
that sounds like a good time.
And even for a good time, you got the Every Rose, the Poison cover band, tribute band. So
they're headlining, right?
Nothing about a good time. Pretty much. I mean, the last band will be Classic Rock ATX, but I think everyone that plays during their time as a headliner to us, because it's a big event for Meals on Wheels, and appreciate all the bands coming out.
It's getting bigger every year.
It is, yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you getting Meals on Wheels to come out this time? Maybe they can bring out some of the people that we support. Wait, we are the people they support.
Yeah, I was going to say, old man.
Old people get hungry, we like to say. So, yeah, hopefully they'll come out. They've from time to time had a speaker come out and talk to the crowd. For minimum, we'll have an official code from them. So we'll accept, of course, cash donations, but we'll have the QR code. So if people want to donate directly to Meals on Wheels, they can do that, but it still gets credit to our event. So that's one thing we wanted to have people have those options, but still make sure we get credit, for everything that we're doing with this event and all the bands that put their time and talent forward.
You know what we could do in Texas? We could do a Meals on Wheels tour because there are lots of Meals on Wheels down here.
There are. I was coming back from San Antonio practice on yesterday, Brand, and I heard somewhere in between around New Braunfels, they were saying that they have like 115 people on the wait list for Meals on Wheels because they don't have enough funding. So there you go. It's a whole separate community. It's not, not Meals on Wheels in Central Texas. It's a separate entity down there. But, there just shows that they're struggling everywhere on this food insecurity issue.
Not only on this podcast, but everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunately gonna get a little worse. So we're all gonna have to keep doing stuff like this.
Yeah, we all pitching together.
Doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least help us get through. So before we get into the song, I've asked you this before, and you've never really dished. But I think you've been on here enough.
Give it up, bitch.
Shut up, Brent. You play with our lovely Uncle Brent beyond regularly.
Right. Right.
A, what's it like? And yes, I also want the bad stuff.
That may be all you hear.
I have not ever heard Round Rock Ric say a negative word about anybody. So I'm telling you, it's okay.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't really see things. I don't see things in a negative way. I've been through, honestly, too much shit in my life to worry about. I mean, this is for fun. Certainly I want to be as successful as possible and tour the world and do all those things that I always wanted to do. But, at the end of the day, it's about the camaraderie. It's about having something to do together that, is positive in the world. And I'm not worried about little peculiarities, this and that.
You're so sweet. I know he gets on your nerves. I just want to hear one little story. There's got to be something that we can pick on him about.
I don't think there's anyone in the world that could honestly say that Brent had never got on their nerves, and that would be you take a polygraph and that's a fail for anyone.
Well, they'll probably all tell the truth, so it won't be a fail.
Well, you guys have also co-wrote a lot together. What's that like? How does that work?
I think in the time about Once to Release this year, Hump Diddy City is one that we really did co-write on. And so I think with that one, I was playing him one part of it, and he came up with what the chorus should sound like, and it fit in like two pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. Like, oh, there it is. So, going to that F on that chorus there. So I think it's when it happens, it's more spontaneous than sit down and like, okay, now I think that's where we maybe failed, is where we try to be more thought forward about it or trying to plan it out. Like, you write this line, I'll write that line, you write this line. I think it's when it's more spontaneous, it's where it's worked better.
We've actually tried to do that in the past, where someone wrote something and it just, because it was either too far along or it just wasn't in the right vein of things, it didn't work out right. Because me and Rick musically.
Hello.
What's up? What's going on, Hazel?
She can't hear y'all.
No, she can't.
Hi. I'll get the headphones on. She knows something going on.
Yeah, she was yelling outside the door, beating on it.
She's got so big.
They're saying hi. They're saying hi. You just can't hear them. But yeah, I think normally it happens where he'll bring an idea or someone will propose an idea. It kind of reminds me of like the Grateful Dead, where when you're in the Grateful Dead, someone would propose an idea while you were playing. And then if it took root, then you would start building it from there. And it's kind of, at least with you and me, with other people, I've actually sat down and wrote stuff. And I think with you and me, because we're really different songwriters, lyrically and musically, well, maybe not so much musically, but definitely lyrically, that we have to be in that moment together doing something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Hey, can you Can you have a little bit less fun?
To answer your original question, the thing that annoyed me recently is that maybe the on-stage references to my OnlyFans career. I don't need that extra publicity. I have enough subscribers already, so.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to say that, to be honest with you.
I think you expect to say half the things you say.
Yeah.
Reality.
That's where you can't blame me because it just happens.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was a good show. We had a show. The last show was at a place called The
It was
Cove
fun.
in
Yeah.
San Antonio. And we've kind of changed the band so that we do like an all original set at the front. And so I'll play some songs, Rich will play some songs, and we just kind of go back and forth between our songs. And now that me and Rick are both on acoustic guitar and singing vocals or backup vocals, it's a lot easier than us having to switch a bass, you know, because usually there used to be like a big old break, but now that we have a bass player, we just kind of keep going.
That's something with playing the bass, it automatically shuts off my mouth. I can't do any backup vocals when I'm playing bass. It's weird. I can, strum and do backup vocals or not strum and do backup vocals. But when I start playing bass, it's like it just zips my mouth shut. It's crazy.
You have to fully focus on the bass.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
It won't. It just
Doesn't work.
It's because you play so many notes.
I don't know, man. I try to keep it in the pocket. It's simple when I'm doing that. But
Well, no, I mean, you keep it in the pocket, but you do the walking lines, and that requires attention,
It must be the same part of the brain or something that talks.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to do any more writing this year?
Me and
Hope so.
Rick?
Yeah.
We have to get Hump Diddy City done. I mean, like really done. Because I don't even know if we have like an actual demo of it right now.
Not
Do
full
we have a
band.
demo of it? Yeah.
No, just me on acoustic only is the only thing I sent. We've
Yeah.
tried it out a couple times at practice.
I'm sorry.
It's just
Oh, good.
hello.
They're
Can't
saying
hear me,
hello.
but I just want
Wave.
to. So let's talk about Worry About Me.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Just like she knew. It's like
she can still hear. Got timing.
anyway. What's that song about?
So on one hand, it's kind of, I try to make it a character song, outside of me, about a person who has a lot of bad stuff going on in their life, a lot of pain. But on the surface, they're telling everybody everything's okay. Don't worry about me. Pretty straightforward. So the lyrics just kind of delve into that, and there's not a lot of lyrics, not a lot of words in it. It's pretty straightforward. That someone just has a mask of I'm all right when really there's a lot going on.
Who's playing lead on that?
That's my friend that I've never met, Hugo, and he lives in Spain, and I don't even know what city. I forget what city in Spain he's in over there. But I found him through the Service Fiverr, which Brent turned me on to. So he does my production, and so he plays the lead. It's based on the demo that I made, where I play the lead, kind of like that, but where I fuck it up and play a couple bad notes. He smooths it all out and like cranks it up a little bit to the next level. So it's kind of
It felt like it had like Round Rock Ric's flavor to it in the lead, but I knew it wasn't you playing, so I was curious.
Yeah.
It's very Santana-like lead there.
Cool.
But the song to me gives me like that early 90s Tom Petty kind of vibe. I also really liked the pausey stop go kind of vibe during the chorus.
Yeah.
It gave it a lot of really cool texture.
Yeah.
Brent?
So how's the recorded version different than the live version?
It's a little bit different with with how it begins, with a little more a little quieter beginning instead of so busy in the beginning, and then pretty much the rest of it goes through pretty similar. I think the same thing with the break. It's a little bit quieter and a little bit less going on, a little more simplified in the break. But otherwise, Jesse plays the lead a little bit differently, but rips it as well. So
yeah, Jesse's good.
About the same. Mm-hmm.
I think people have responded pretty good to it whenever we played it.
The person who didn't like it is my mom. She's like, I don't like those lyrics. It's too sad. And this is like, no, you don't get it. It's just.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. The lyrics are kind of down, but then
But the key into it is in the chorus is I won't make it alone, and I don't have to make it alone because I have friends and family and Brian and the band. I don't have to make it alone. I'll never make it alone. I don't have to. Yeah, that's what it's.
You won't sound good playing with us, but you won't be alone.
I won't be alone. That's right. Yeah.
I will tell you not to worry about me, and I will tell you, hey, I will be fine. Yeah, I'm looking fine, and I will tell you, everything is going well. When my heart's been ripped out of my chest, you should worry about me. I'm not make it, I won't make it. Worry about me, I won't make it, I'll not make it. Worry about me, I'll not make it, I won't make it. Worry about me, I won't make it, I'll not make it alone. About me, I won't make it, I'll not make it. Worry about me, I'll not make it, I won't make it. Worry about me, I'll not make it, I won't make it. Worry about me, I won't make it, I'll not make it alone. Smile right up in your face while I'm still bleeding on the ground, and I will tell you the future is bright. When it hurts too much to take a breath, worry about me, I won't make it, I'll not make it. Worry about me, I'll not make it, I won't make it. Worry about me, I won't make it, I'll not make it. Worry about me, I won't make it, I'll not make it alone.
What was the writing process for this song like? Did it just sort of come to you?
I kind of had the idea. It was kind of like Worried Feet in a way, that I had the kind of the kernel of the idea what I wanted for it a while back, and it took a while to kind of get more what the sound I wanted, and certainly the structure, and to break it down. And so then it's just a matter of going in. I use Pro Tools and just go in and try to find a beat that will kind of work, and try to get it into a structure for a demo. See if that works well enough to then try to take it on to the next level, and send it on to Hugo for his magic touch. So he put the organ in there as well, the Hammond B893 or whatever it is. So he kind of does that all on his own. The first time he did it, I think, was on, maybe it was Worried Feet. I don't know, but it kind of surprised me. I was like, this is awesome, though. But that kind of helps kind of drive it all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
It really has a cool feel. And you could really rip the guitar, the bed for the guitar to play its lead.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking awesome. And I love the way we end it when we play it live.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. We do end it quite different with instead of just kind of a fizzle out, fade out, we end it with a lot of staccato, pop, 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 boom. Yeah, thank Dave for that one.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll be jumping at the end of that one, too.
I'm trying to. I want to jump. I just want to make sure I get on beat.
Make sure you don't step on anyone, because our stages are so small that we play on.
Yeah.
You ought to talk a little bit about the little side project we have going on with two other songwriters in Austin.
Yeah, so we're trying to put together, a couple other great songwriters we know, Spencer B. Lascano and Joe Pratt, we mentioned a little bit earlier, trying to find a way that we can all put a song forward onto like an EP type format, whether that's going to be a similar theme or similar instrumentation or totally different from A, B to C, D, but trying to have something where we can kind of, we overlap shows a lot. When I do shows, like I got one coming up on March 22nd at Power Brewing in Hutto, which is just going to be a solo show because it's a tiny little room, whatever. But when we have those, then Brent comes sometimes, or I'll have Joe or Spencer will come out and we'll share that show back and forth. So we're looking at something similar where we can kind of present that music all kind of combined, all four of us with four individual songs. So far it's been kind of like throwing ideas around. We're looking at kind of themes of love lost and love that wanted to be lost, and somebody that got lost on the highway, themes that are kind of like that.
You mean somebody you kicked out of the car?
Could be somebody kicked out of the car.
Done it.
All right.
It went something like, you know what, just get out of my car. How am I going to get home? That's your problem. We're done.
There was also some talk about Texas too, but I don't know where we've landed yet. So we were talking about that possible mini release we'd be doing with a bunch of other songwriters, but we really need to nail down what songs we want to do, because right now we've just put out a bunch of songs. I think Spencer's is probably the one that we're going to go like build it on. What is it called? Abilene or something like that? Or
right.
Anyway, so I don't know.
I think the obstacle might be how to get to the next step, and then how are we going to kind of plan out actually getting them recorded? Because my way is one way, as far as doing a demo and having Hugo shine it up where it can, be spotless for release. Or are we going to try to do more? We're doing it ourselves with our own, and then how do we get, the drum piece recorded, and if we're going to do it ourselves and then, mix it locally, then that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I think we should probably just do it ourselves and then ship it off for the holes. So the drums that are missing, have you go do it or whatever and split that up.
Okay.
That's what I think.
All right, listeners, you were just in on a band meeting.
Yeah. That's one way.
We're all making decisions together. Is there someone you would like to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
That's a really good question. I think what makes me think first is this thing that we're actually talking about. I'd like to see that happen, and maybe us actually playing on being able to play these songs live together in some kind of format. Kind of Highwaymen style, or Traveling Wilburys type of thing, I think would be pretty awesome.
There's no one you can think of off the top of your head?
Probably I want to put some cool saxophone on, maybe like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, I think he's got a lot of spare time right now there in Arkansas. I can still do it.
can't. You suck. I was really with you, and then I was like, wait a minute. I didn't catch it.
You're probably thinking George Clinton.
No.
No.
Well, I think this question is big enough that you could actually just, who would be
I mean, if you want to, you could.
dream songwriter. Yeah.
Man, so it's tough because you got to look at, who's modern and alive and not, just a statue of themselves or
they have to be alive. They have to be alive.
Well, yeah, or should be in a wax museum, but they're not. So I would say, I don't even know the dude's name, but Death Cab for Cutie, whoever writes in that band, I think those are the ones that they kind of always hit me as being different. And
that is one of my favorite writers. And just because you said his name, I can't
gangly and cool, but yeah, I don't know who writes for them, but that would probably be the band of modern bands. Yeah.
Death Cab is amazing.
Yeah, where Soul Meets Body is probably one of the greatest singles of all time to me. So
the man's a poet. Mm-hmm. And the other band that he's in, the Postal Service, is also incredibly good.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. This was a shorter interview. I'm so sorry. Well, it's not that short. It's been like, where can our listeners find you?
So if they have one of these computer machines or email machine, whatever they call it these days, it's all over the place. It's on Spotify, it's on YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon, twistedsister.com, Sound Pollution episodes previously aired.
Your OnlyFans account.
Yes. I often play my acoustic guitar during those episodes as well.
Hey, you should try that. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, but most importantly, for no one to forget, we'll be appearing at South by Sam Bass, just north of Austin, Texas, in Round Rock, Texas.
That's a really, really great organization that was going to be heavily
well said.
I know English. Really heavily relied upon. You should support it.
Well, they're efficient as well. They know what they're doing. They've had a lot of years doing it. They don't waste money or throw food away. They know how to deliver what's needed to the people out there. So
that's awesome. I love that you do that, man.
Yeah, it's been one of the blessings of doing all this for the last 4 to 5 years is having that piece there and just having the free concert, having fun, having some beers and everything. But to have it all go for that just gives everybody a good feeling on that day.
Yeah, it does.
Especially when someone from our band doesn't pass out and fall on the ground twice.
Yes, right.
When did that happen?
That was probably, I think, South by Sam Bass 1 or 2.
Who passed out? No. This is a story. We want this story.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah.
Why did he pass out?
He has medical.
Oh, it was medical issues, so it's not.
And we were in the sun. It was a warm March day, and the Texas sun was blaring down. The stage does not have any cover for it, so you're exposed there. And we were playing in the afternoon, and I was up singing, and it just got quiet behind me. I didn't realize really what was going on until I turned around enough to see he's laying out on the grass behind the stage there. So poor
Jesse. He's like, it wasn't even fun. I didn't drink myself to the ground. I got sick.
Inside, got some water on him and some shade, and he was all right.
Yeah,
that Texas heat is not something to play with.
We try not to play in the direct sun. 1, because I'm a vampire. 2, because Jesse just has an adverse reaction to the sun. So
he's a vampire.
We had a doctor in the band at that point in time, so he was able to make sure that Jesse was going to make it.
Well, if I was closer, I'd go to that. But it's hot in Texas.
Well, usually it's not going to be too bad. Usually middle March is going to be prime time, but it was a hotter one that time.
Well, when I was there in October, it was hot as hell.
No, that wasn't hot.
That was hot.
That was almost winter. I think it was like 90 or something.
No, that's hot. That's summer.
When
I was in Oregon, it got really hot there too. And you know what? I didn't go outside.
But it was a wet hot, right, in Oregon?
Not in the summertime.
It's not a wet hot?
Nope, it is a dry heat. It is a fry eggs on the sidewalk heat.
Yuck.
It's rough. Unless you're right by the ocean. And then in the winter, it snows.
It's like the worst of all worlds.
But spring and fall are stunning.
Mm.
They have all 4 seasons, whereas Texas is just hot.
Yeah.
No, there are 2 weeks of winter. Come on now. Thanks for listening tonight, guys. We appreciate you hanging out with us. If you really enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, share, email to your friends and family, wrap it up, a nice little gift box, and give it as a gift. If you didn't like what you hear,
Prezi.
that's all right. Don't worry about it. Renelle will tell you to F off because
Pretty
that's
much.
just how she rides at this point.
Mm-hmm. Get fucked.
So anyway, I don't know if y'all saw that social media post. It had some stank on it, y'all. I'm not joking. She was laying it down. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Y'all guys take care of yourselves, and you're gonna get to experience some really cool stuff this season, and we just appreciate your time. And just remember, when you're out there, remember to
Make
make
some noise.